Absolutely right. It's hard to believe that that was 2 years ago.
Needs another.
140.
Gets another. A pressure pilot from Rob Cross, who will avoid that corridor of trouble for him in this match. I'm assuming he doesn't go the Mervyn King route here. Has to look at the treble 20.
He's not going to go tops, we know that. Now, it's got to be 15 bull. Bullseye to save the match, otherwise Mitchell's going to win it because he's not missing doubles.
55.
And there it is, Rob Cross. We've all tipped him as someone who would do well this week, but he might be out in the first game.
Game shot and the match, Scott Mitchell.
Mitchell marches on. Rob Cross crossed out in the first round. A 6-1 victory for Scotty Dog Mitchell to move through to round 2 and face the winner of our next match here on Stream 1. That is between Richie Edhouse and Glenn Durrant.
40 points more, but only one treble required to get a shot for the match.
This time he really needs to find that treble 19. Can't find it, leaves himself under severe pressure and eases the pressure on Edhouse in doing that. Well, there was another option here.
There was, but again he looked at Durrant's position and he thought, I'm going to play it pretty cautiously. 88. He does leave himself on double 12 because I don't think Richie thinks that Glenn's going to take this. He's given it every single piece of thought and he's not going to take the 148. So Edhouse in a cushy position to win his second consecutive game against Durrant
40.
to 0.
Yeah, difficult week in Milton Keynes ended with a 6-0 whitewash defeat against Richie Edhouse for Glenn Durrant. A week in Coventry 3 weeks later has started with a 6-0 whitewash defeat against the very same player. Work to do for Glenn Durrant. He will be back to...
There's the maximum to pressurise the 94. Boy, has he found those maximums in this match. I believe that's 6. Double 10 is a must.
84.
He has had a couple of costly misses in this match, particularly in leg 3. But this is for Chisnell to put the hammer down. Double top. Has been the better scorer in the match. Shouldn't really be getting this chance. And double 10 comes to his aid at the very end. It was his nemesis a little bit earlier in the match, and James Wilson will have to wait even longer for his win against Dave Chisnell. It's now 5 years and a little bit more after that 6-4 victory for Chisnell. He awaits his next player, which is either going to be Jason Lowe or Jake Jones. We've got to see what Jason's going to leave, and you can see the disappointment 91. On the face of Jake. He thought he was back in this match, but he's firmly out of it because Jason Lowe has it in the palm of his hand.
One little moment. 104 checkout. Jake Jones flying. He'd won 3 legs on the spin. It was for a break and to go into the lead for the first time in the match. He missed the double. Jason Lowe pinned the double last night in hand with his next visit and has run away with it from there. Double 8 to end it.
$16.
It is not over.
Now where does he go for the 41? Won't be treble 9. It is single. Now this double 8 is tricky. And he's had his chance, but you can see from that collision just how much that dart was in the way. Look at this replay. Well, by hitting that dart there, you can tell that the shot was not going to hit double 8 anyway.
Yeah, he's caught a lot of that dart there. And Jason Lowe punishes with double 8. It is
96.
Well, he took out 128 in the second leg, Devon. Can he take out 129, treble 20 and bull? Yes. To repeat the trick.
104.
Ooh, fractions, and it could be the difference between success and defeat.
Game shot.
Great last start from Raymond van Barneveld. Holds his nerve, holds his throw, and he is one leg away from a spot in the 3rd round. The little fish for Devon. Again, can he find his way through to the treble when he's blocked a portion of it? Doesn't even know which way to attack it from.
$65.
Halves his score to leave 65. Barney could end it right now. Another. Oh, and he can't find it again.
122.
He has at least asked a serious question of South Africa's number 1. Tops to take us the distance. Double 10. And
55.
Devon misses, and that might be it. A huge chance to record his first ever victory against the 5-time world champ, the legendary Raymond van Barneveld. It might have slipped away. Match starts Barney. And Raymond van Barneveld takes it at the first time of asking. A 6-4 victory. He was in trouble there, Barney. Turned it around, and he books his place in the 3rd round of Players' Championship 17 as Raymond van Barneveld sets out on his quest to qualify for the Betfred World Match Play. More frantic from the Belgian. He's trying, obviously. It's just not happening for him. And he knows it's not happening for him. And Yoza starts on the ball. Interesting. Gets the treble to double 9.
73.
I mean, the bullseye looked very difficult to hit, to be honest. So maybe double 9 was his best chance. Treble 19. Could he? Oh.
107.
Well, there might have been a little more life in this game, but he misses the ball, and it's more match darts for Yoza. Surely from there.
Game shot.
Yeah, very, very nicely done. Jamie Hughes wins it quite comfortably in the end. It's a 95 average, 6-1 victory, and Yoza will take on Raymond van Barneveld for a spot in the last 16 of Players' Championship 17 here on the opening day of the latest Super Series in PDC action.
Toyota.
Well, that might have changed his mind into employing this route, Danny Knopp, at 54 tops. 54 tops.
114.
Couldn't quite manage it. Had Clemens not been on a finish, he might not have employed that route.
$53.
Double 5 to finish the job.
Game shot and the match. Danny Knopp.
Exceptional stuff from Danny Knopp at a 6-2 success. A 3rd consecutive ton-plus average this afternoon. If he carries on like this, he will cause trouble for Michael van Gerwen in the last 16. That is who he meets next. 54 for the bull. Not quite.
92.
Now, can Mike Ivanhoven produce another big finish? Just at the point that De Souza is edging towards the finish line. Excellent dart. Tops. It's over the top.
77. Game shot.
And it could well be over for Mike Ivanhoven. A fantastic run he's had this afternoon, but he's run into perhaps the in-form player in world darts, Jose De Souza. And I can confirm the identity of his next opponent should he win this leg. Well, this has been, in terms of the averages, somewhere near the best we've ever seen from Mike Ivanhoven.
85.
He's averaging over 100, but it's not enough to see off De Souza.
94.
Unless there is a piece of magic from Mike. Mike Ivanhoven will not be Magic Mike this evening.
130.
He found his way past Nathan Aspinall.
Jose De Sousa.
He found his way past Adrian Lewis, but there was no way past Jose as De Sousa moved through to the quarterfinals. A 6-2 success.
140.
I think we saw, didn't we, in that final that he had earlier this year against Jose De Sousa, that it all kind of got too much for Michael van Gerwen. He was producing the goods that day.
174.
And then he ran into the form player in the final, knowing the pressure he was under to win a title. And it just seemed to get to him.
57.
Well, the big occasion certainly hasn't got to him here. In fact, it's bringing out the best, the very best in MVG.
Yeah, this is one of the best games I've seen him play all year. 7-7.
74.
Oh, and the chance for Price, it's a big one at 164, but it's possible. Oh, that would have made this cubicle erupt. And Van Gerwen can breathe again for a 4-2 lead. That's awkward, but not awkward enough. And he gets a 2-leg gap now.
Yep, 2 ahead, 2 away from the semi-finals. And a potential meeting with Raymond van Barneveld.
To be inspired by, then I don't think there's anything in the sport that can inspire you.
Yeah, darty parties are returning. Michael van Gerwen was having a party at the start of this match, but Gerwin Price has become 94. A bit of a party pooper. Never mind party pooper. Van Gerwen will be getting the party popper out if he lands 2 tops. 94. He can't manage it.
Van Gerwen is there for the taking if Price gets this. Double 14. A recalibration required. A must hit. Oh, it's in. And we've got a game on again. But can Van Gerwen finish the job here? He'll stay there and doesn't nestle it into the 60 for double 15. So Price to take us to the hill.
Well called, Paul, and him staying there. Nicholson knew the lie was right for Michael van Gerwen. But double top is right for Gerwin Price. The Iceman fights back, and Michael van Gerwen has gone from the ceiling to the floor. Possibly win it in style. Will he even go that way? Van Gerwen's not on a finish. Price will leave it handy.
134.
5 minutes ago, not many people would have predicted this outcome. Michael van Gerwen was enjoying a walk in the park. Gerwin Price, a mere passenger in this quarter-final. But somehow Price
140.
has dragged his way back into the match and is on the brink of an incredible comeback victory. And there it is. The Iceman defeats Michael van Gerwen, reeling off 4 successive legs. Van Gerwen can't quite believe it. He glances at his average. It was 109, Michael, but it wasn't enough. All he can do is congratulate Gerwin Price and come back.
He's going to need to find a 140 here to get to the finishing zone. He wants more now.
100
gets the 140. We've seen so many big finishes today. Seen a couple from Mike Ivanhoven where he took at 170 and 167 back to back.
55.
And that 161 for De Sousa was not scared. This one is very possible. Bullseye. Oh, it's beautiful. And you never tire of seeing that right there. What a pinpoint 3-dot checkout from Dimitri van den Berg to get himself into this semi-final. Oh, is van den Berg making his move on the throw of the Portuguese ace?
98.
This is a great opportunity. He's already hit the bull in this match. He might need it again. Or is he going to go 18s? It is the bull for a break. And it's there. He's got the bullseye at his mercy. He pushes the button and has got that valuable break of throw and perfectly executed, as you can see, with that graceful follow through. I'm pretty sure Portugal will have a team as well. Will it be Jose De Sousa and Jose Marquez again?
180.
When you've got De Sousa in your corner, anything's possible. And that break of throw that De Souza requires could well be coming in the next 10 to 15 seconds.
122.
What a leg it's been in response to that break of throw. 134, 140, maximum. And double 16 on the end of the single 15. That 12 darter gets us back level at 4-4. What a great game to watch. That's the thing, when Dan Dawson is there with a microphone, whether you like him or not, you love to talk to him at the end of a tournament.
140.
Now Vandenberg on 129 will go 19 first.
130.
And with De Souza positioned on tops, if he gets the 57, watch out for 2 double 18s. Up. One in. Wallop!
Shot.
What a shot from Vandenberg. Oh, I called it, and he did it. That's a superb shot from the Belgian captain. He's now 5-4 ahead, and we've broken again. Thing that separates these two is the head-to-head stats. Doesn't have to go bull.
98.
And tactically, that's perfect for me. He's backing himself to get it next time. 103 average for the day for them both.
98.
Only one position between them in the world. They will both be at the World Match Play as a huge threat for the title.
Game shot.
But it's Vandenberg who takes the lead at 6-4. For the first time, he is able to hold after a break. So he now gets 3 opportunities to win this semi-final. And his 90 on the bull.
58.
He has been pinpoint at the right moments. But he doesn't have to be pinpoint here. He can hit a steady ton and come back for tops. But he might just want to get rid of it. Double 10. Extraordinary finishing from Dimitri Vandenberg, and he deserved that win, his first win against Jose De Souza in 6 attempts. He will play in the final against Stephen Bunting or Gerwin Price, and that was a finishing masterclass from the captain of Belgium, who changed. And he does like double 16 from the angle. 2 8s.
24.
He's just messing around with this a bit too much, and you can't afford to give any chance to the World Match Play champion, even 152.
Beyond him on this occasion, it just feels like this is a final.
65.
The players are still warming into a good standard to start.
Game shot.
Just kind of wandering around, working each other out. Bunting has a slender advantage.
Very much so.
Just one double can be the difference.
In that case, it was.
99.
It seems to me, I don't know what you feel about this, Murph, but Bunting is getting all the good spots in this game. If Vandenberg is getting a chance, it's a biggie. But this is a chance. Oh, and it's hit the 8.
Do you know, I often think this, but you can tell a lot about a combination finish by where the dart in the big number goes, and that was nowhere near
Game shot.
for Dimitri Vandenberg. And he didn't do his usual thing of just calming down, resettling himself for the next visit. A wild miss. And Stephen Bunting has been let off the hook there.
Well, we talked. That's Firmino just getting a little bit of a glance over to Mo Salah.
Yeah, proud Liverpool lad, Stephen Bunting.
180.
Making Merseyside proud here.
I met Stephen Bunting for the first time very, very briefly back in 1999. He was playing for Merseyside
37.
as a 16-year-old kid in their A team. He was a prodigy. The next time I met him,
180.
he was doing things like this in a club in Toxteth and showing all of the other kids how to do it. Well, he's showing the world how to do it right here.
I'm just going to let the viewers into a little secret. Before this match, I said to Paul Nicholson, we haven't had a 9-darter today, Paul.
84.
Paul Nicholson answered with a single word. Yet. We haven't had one yet. Oh,
129.
and that is how close we came.
I thought you were lining it up perfectly there.
Shame he
Wow.
didn't.
What an effort from Stephen.
135.
Well, he's had bother on double 6. Now he's just got to win the leg.
Game
And
shot.
fair play to him, because this is a final. He's just missed a 9-darter. His nerves will be shredded. But he looks ready to me. He looks in a great place.
Yep, Vandenberg. Should be able to use that. Bullseye.
105.
Well, I saw this earlier from Dirk van Duijvenbode. This would be gargantuan. And that 25
100.
that Vandenberg has right now is by no means a certainty, because he's in trouble. This has got to go.
Game
Oh, it's a
shot.
beautiful shot, and it's clean as well. No little kiss off the other dart. That's a great throw. Full extension, no nerves, and he's back in this one. He may be 3 behind, but that break of throw does change things a tad.
Bolton earlier this year, despite an average of 112 for the Dreammaker. He's going to need to produce something like that for the rest of the match to turn it around, but he's not making a bad fist of it here. Back-to-back maximums. I think it's the 3rd time we've seen that in this match.
125.
One for the 9-dart attempt for Bunting, one earlier. Now Vandenberg is in on the act.
Game shot.
And he nails the double just to give Stephen Bunting a little bit of a tap on the shoulder.
I think it's more than a tap right now, because that leg, he believes in himself. You have to be able to do what he's done in the game. And his story isn't written.
134.
There's certainly plenty of life in Stephen Bunting yet. How much more life in this final? He opts for tops.
42.
Couldn't take it out. I would have expected him to put another one in the 15 there.
I was the same. If you're going for treble 10 there, I would have thought another 15 was the play. But spot a bother. Double 2, biggest start of the match.
64.
Oh, that's such a great invitation for Stephen. Now that's the let-off that he really required to put himself within 1 of the win. He gets double 10. Firmly the favourite. Now you see what it means to him right there. Look at this.
Will be an invitation for Bunting to get the job done here and now.
Boy, would he like a maximum here. Throw these hard. Very, very hard. Because it
180.
works. With those really light darts, all they need sometimes are bedfellows with pace through the air. And that's exactly what Bunting was able to do.
180.
Well, what a response. Vandenberg replying in kind, saying, I'm not going to hand it to you. But Stephen Bunting has been waiting for this party for 5 years.
And the match. Stephen
And
Bunting.
now he can put up the bunting, because the Bullet has won his first title in half a decade, seeing off Dimitri Vandenberg, the World Match Play champion, and more or less securing a spot at the World Match Play for himself. It has been brilliant from the Bullet. Stephen Bunting picks up a 3rd PDC title.
Stephen, congratulations. Your first PDC title for 5 years. How are you feeling? Don't talk to these guys as well. It's that one there. And we're there we talk about.
Amazing. I've worked so hard behind the scenes for the last few years. A lot of people know I was close to packing in, and I put everything in. Obviously, trying to qualify for the match play was my priority this week, and to come here on the first day and to win a title is... I don't even think when I woke up this morning that my shreddies, I was dreaming that.
in the early rounds, it kind of opened up for you a bit. But later, you've beaten a 5-time world champion in Raymond van Barneveld, played brilliantly. Then you see off Gerwyn Price, who's been playing magnificently. And then you beat the world match play champion. I mean, that's not doing it an easy way.
No, definitely not. Like you said, they're opened up, but there's 128 people in this tournament.
124 today.
Well, 124, but each one of them is dangerous in their own way. I played Martin Lukeman first game, and if I had took my eye off that game, he was playing so well. I think he had a 93, 94 average. So, but listen, I know I'm playing well. I think the last Super Series, I think my lowest average was 93, and I had one good run in the other days. I lost first round, so. It's just nice to be stood here as a winner again. I'm just over the moon, and it would have topped it off if it hit the double 12 as well.
Yeah, I mean that was close, 10 darter in the end, but it kind of illustrates that it's there. But we saw it at the World Championship, your semi-final run. You made a semi-final on one of these just 2 events ago. I mean, something like this was kind of brewing and has been for a while now.
I think so, yeah. And obviously, I listen to a lot of the production team when they speak as well, and I do honestly believe that there's a lot more in the locker. I was a bit tired in that. I could see Dimmy was definitely tired. And it's been a long, hard day, to be fair. I've not done this for a long time, well, 5 years, like you said. So I'm just so happy now. I can relax and I know I'm in the match play, so I can roll on the next 3 days.
Well, yeah, you are in the match play. You've got your 3rd PDC title. I don't want to tread over old ground too much, but I mean, you mentioned at the start, 3 years ago, you were genuinely looking at adverts for jobs in the paper because you weren't sure you could do this for a living anymore, did you?
No, it's true. It's been well documented. I went to see a sports psychologist, and he sort of changed the way I was thinking about the game. Even in defeats now, I'm taking away the positives. I've got a lot of positive people around me. I'm here. This is the first time Keela's been here for probably about 5 years. She won't want to miss them now. So yeah, it's just so nice. I can't put into words how much this actually means to me, and to qualify for the match play. And now I've got to struggle to book a hotel for the match play, but I can't wait, and I'm really looking forward to that now.
What's it felt like these last couple of years? Because it's probably about 2 years ago when things started turning for you. You made a couple of finals. Last time we saw you in a final was in Prague when Yoza beat you. But that's when things started turning for you. But it has been pretty much 2 years to get to the point where you feel you can win titles again, and now it's happened.
Yeah, I think the biggest part of my game now is the consistency. I think you look at the last Super Series, I think my lowest average was 93. I think today, that was probably my lowest average that game. So, yeah, I've proved I can do it as well over the long day, which is a big thing for me. And I've just got to keep it going now for the rest of the season.
Do you remember who was the England football manager last time you won a title?
Could have been anyone.
Yeah, it was Roy Hodgson. It wasn't like Terry Venables, wasn't that long ago. But look, congratulations, Stephen. It's been a long time coming, but your 3rd PDC title. That wraps it up for today. Players Championship 17 will be back. 2 o'clock starts tomorrow for Players Championship 18. We've got the likes of Van Gerwen and Gerwyn Price, but this man has just won 7 games today.
I'll be back.
He will be back, and he's going to be at the World Match Play as well. The race for the match play continues. Check out pdc.tv. You can see the standings to see who's on the fringes of making it to the Winter Gardens in Blackpool, which is going to have a full crowd from the Monday, we are told. But that man has booked his ticket to Blackpool. Now, somebody's got to warn the donkeys.